Good morning, students. We are going to discuss today one new topic, vector algebra. Okay, in this vector algebra, first you should learn vector and scalar, which is are nothing but what you are learning in the physics chapters. Definition does not changes. That is a physical quantity which has magnitude and direction. Magnitude and direction. Both should be there. Magnitude and direction is called as vector. Okay, that means, and the physical quantity which has only magnitude but not direction, that is only magnitude but not direction, is called scalar. Okay, what is the vector and what is a scalar means? The vector has magnitude as well as direction, but scalar, this has only magnitude but not direction. Now what are the examples? For example, a person walked 5 kilometers or person moved 5 kilometers. A person moved 5 kilometers and a person moved 5 kilometers towards east or west or south, whatever it may be. That means what has here? Observe there. A person moved 5 kilometers, no direction. That's why this is a scalar. And a person moved 5 kilometers to east, it is a vector. That is the difference between, what is that? Here only magnitude but not direction. Here this is a magnitude as well as direction. Therefore, this is a vector. Usually, what is the usually means? Here distance, speed, okay, time and volume and density and numbers, so on, are scalars. That is, what is that? Distance. What is the distance? You are going to tell 10 kilometers, 4 kilometers, 5 kilometers. This is the distance. And time, what you are going to tell? There is no units for time. Observe there. Just you are going to tell what is the time? Is 4:45. Okay, that means next volume. Volume means 200 cubic centimeters, cubic meters, like that you are going to tell, but there is no direction. Density and numbers, these are all having only magnitude but not direction. That's why these are scalars. Now best examples for the vectors here: distance, there is no direction but displacement, and there is no direction. Why? Because rate of change of distance is speed, rate of change of displacement is velocity, and here acceleration, and here next one is force. Force should be direction, no? Force and change of that is charge, Q, charge, so on, are vectors. Why? Because charge flows in a direction. Here scalars doesn't have the direction. Now here these are the basic concept of the vectors. Now once again I am going to repeat what is a vector. Vector means a physical quantity which has magnitude and as well as direction is called as a vector. And the physical quantity which has only magnitude but not direction is called as scalar. And example, a person walked 5 kilometers or a person moved 5 kilometers. It is a scalar. Why? Because there is no direction. But a person moved 5 kilometers to east or west, whatever that is a direction. Now here it is called as, it is a vector and it is a scalar. Now what is the usual examples? Distance and speed and time, volume, density, numbers, these are all are scalars. Next, displacement, velocity, acceleration, force and charge, so on, these are all vectors. Now basically, usually for testing purpose, we are going to classify the following, which of the vectors are scalars will ask. Now what they are asked, observe there, they are given example 5 seconds. Vector or scalar? Yes, this is a 5 seconds means what you have taken here? Time. 5 seconds is time, that's why it is a scalar. Okay, next one is 1000 centimeter cube, 1000 cubic centimeters. That is 1000 cubic centimeters means again volume. Volume means scalar. Next one is 10 newtons. 10 newtons means, what is that? Newtons means force. Force means scalar, vector. Why? Because force, vector, that is 10 newtons. That is what you are going to get here, vector. Next example here, what I am taking, observe there, that is 10 newtons or 30 kilometers per hour. 30 kilometers per hour, there is nothing but they are not given direction. They are given the kmph is the units of speed as well as velocity. But here 30 kilometers kmph towards east, towards north, that means direction, there is no direction, only it is there. That's why it is a scalar. Next one is, for example, they are given 2 meters northwest. 2 meters northwest. Northwest, actually here observe there, what they are given, 2 meters. 2 meters means distance, it may be displacement. Okay, but they are given direction. What they are given? Northwest. They are given northwest means direction given. Magnitude as well as direction. Ultimately, what is this one? 2 meters northwest. 2 meters northwest, nothing but what you are going to get? This is a vector. Next, 40 watt. 40 watt. 40 watt, nothing but this is a power. This is a scalar. Next one is 50 gram per centimeter cube. Gram per centimeter cube. Gram per centimeter cube means what, you know? Gram per centimeter cube means density. Density means ultimately what is this one? Pressure, no? That is a density. Ultimately this is a scalar. Next further, 10 power minus 19 coulomb. What is that? 10 power minus 19 coulombs means charge. What is a charge? Charge has a direction. Its charge flows in a direction. That's why it is a vector. Next one, they are given 20 Newton meter or joules. Okay, it is a 20 Newton meters. It is power. That's why it's work done. Work done. There is no direction for the work done. That's why what is that one? It is a scalar. Next one is 20 meters per second square. 20 meters per second square. 20 meters per second square means, what is the 20 meters per second square? 20 meters per second square means, here it is the acceleration. Acceleration, what do you know? Acceleration means we have vector. Why? Because it has a direction. Rate of change of velocity is called as acceleration. Next one is, again, basic, that is 20 degrees centigrade I am written. 20 degree centigrade. 20 degree centigrade means it is the temperature. Temperature means ultimately what is this one? Temperature also a scalar. Why? Because 20 degree centigrade means temperature. Temperature is a scalar. Further, we are moving to the some basic concepts of the vectors. Now, usually we are coming to the mathematics. We are not going to discuss force, magnitude, this, whatever it may be. We are going to use basically geometry. We are going to, actually it is a vectors. We are going to discuss about specially geometry. Now, for example, if you take, this is a line in the plane. This has both direction. Why? Because line can be extended towards both directions. Okay, towards infinity, plus infinity, as well as towards minus infinity. That means it has both directions. But here we should, if you are take usually line, that means line has two directions. No, we should mention we have to take this line in the only one direction. That means, for example, either this direction or this direction. Okay, that means this is called as, actually this is a straight line. This is called as directed line. This is called as directed line. Why? Because actually line has both directions, but here what we are taken, only one direction we are restricted. Either one side only, we are a part of two directions we are directed only one direction. These are called as directed lines. Now, if we restrict the line, that's some particular some length. For example, I am taken here one point A, here I am taken one point B. Otherwise, here one point B, here one point A. That means here what you have, you are restricted to some part. Now, for example, this is the, what is the length of this line means you cannot measure it. It's towards plus infinity and this is towards minus infinity means what you can mention, you cannot measure the other one. But you are restricted for some length. This is called, actually it is called as line segment. What is that? Usually if you are taken any part on this line, this is called as line segment. This is called as line segment. But it is has a directed, no? That's why it's called as directed line segment. These are when you are restricted some magnitude, if you are taken, these are called as directed line segment. Next one is, this is the directed line segment. Now observe that line segments AB has magnitudes as well as direction. What is that? If you are taken, this is a 10 meters means 10 meters, and direction also have. If you are taken, this is a direction from A to B and direction B to A. This is called as directed line segment. Now, in the mathematics, we consider a vector as a directed line segment and denoted. For example, this vector is denoted as the A B bar. A B bar. Otherwise, A B only, but bold letters. Observe there some books are given as A B bold letters they are given. Otherwise, A B or bold letters of AB bar. This is going to read as the AB bar. AB bar. Now, otherwise, for example, if you are denoted with a vector AB bar as a small a bar, otherwise small letter a, but it is a bold one. Bold letter one is called as, we are going to denote as a vector. Okay, we are reads it as a vector AB bar, and this we are going to read as the vector A bar. Now, further here, what is that one? It has a magnitude. That is, in this one, direction is there, no? A to B is there. A to B is there means A is called as initial point. A is called as initial point and B is called as terminal point. B is called as terminal point. Now, here distance between AB is called as magnitude. Magnitude of vector AB bar or simply A bar. That is, magnitude of the vector AB bar means now that is nothing but length of AB bar, otherwise distance between A and B, and it is denoted by modules AB bar or modules A bar or simply AB or small a. Without bar or bold letter, it is called as the magnitude of vector. And the arrowhead, now whatever you are shown that this is vector, now AB is the, here A is the initial point, B is the terminal point, and vector indicates this is the direction from A to B. Okay, this is the sum of the basic concept. Now, vector you are taking in the 3D plane, it may be anywhere. It may be anywhere in the space, not plane. 3D, when you are going for 3D, it's called as space. Earlier we are discussed in the first year 3D geometry. Now, here what is there? Observe there, what they are asked here. Now in the space, if you are taken, this is the vector, this is A and this is B. This is called as a free vector. But now, what is the position vector we have to take? Position vector means, let P be the any point. P be the any point in the space. That is such that P, X, comma, Y, comma, Z be any point in the space. Now if you are taken, this is the X, this is Y and this is Z. This is the point P. Now this is the direction you are taken from O to P. Now this OP bar. Now this is the origin. No? This OP bar is called as position vector of the point P, X, comma, Y, comma, Z. Then the vector with origin. That means here O is called as initial point and P is called as terminal point and denoted by OP bar and called as position vector of the point P. Okay. Now here, now for example, there is a point A is there. Now I am taking here, this is point A, this is OA bar, A bar, and this is the point B. If you are taken, this is OB bar, and this is a point C, this is OC bar. Okay, these are the called as this is OA bar, OB bar, OC bar. These are all called as the position vector of the points A, B, C. Okay. Now here the distance. Now when you are taking the distance, no, the distance usually OP bar in total chapter we are going to denote as the OP bar as R bar. That is R bar we are going to denote this one it as. Now the length of the OP bar nothing but distance, no? Distance if you are calculate what you are going to get? Modules of OP bar is equal to modules of R bar is equal to root of x2 minus x1 whole square, y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square. If you are solved, you are going to get under root of x square plus y square plus z square by using the distance formula. Next topic is directional cosines. Directional cosines. What is directional cosines? For example, OP bar. This is a vector we consider OP bar. It is making an angle of alpha with x-axis and beta with y-axis and gamma with z-axis. Then these alpha comma beta comma gamma are called as directional angles. Is called as directional angles. Now these are alpha, beta, gamma. That means the angles made by the vector with x-axis, comma, y-axis, comma, z-axis are called as directional angles. And cosine values of cos or cosine values of these angles are called as directional cosines. Directional cosines of vector. And these usually we write as it as cos alpha, cos beta and cos gamma, usually denoted by these are small l, m, n. These are usually denoted by small l, m, n. Now consider I am taking only one diagram from that one. What is the making with the x-axis? We will see. That is, if you are taken, I am considered this is the x-axis and the vector here position vector p. Now what is the angle made by the vector with x-axis? That is alpha. Now if I draw a just perpendicular, this is m. Now what you are going to get? We are going to get triangle OPM. Now we got the triangle OPM. From this triangle OPM, observe there what I am taking here. Cos alpha is equal to what you are going to get? Cos alpha nothing but what you are written, this you are written as the x. This is x comma y comma z. No, what is x component here? X. And this is the PM. Okay. Now this is what you know, observe there cos alpha. Cos alpha is equal to what you know? Adjacent side by hypotenuse, that is x by r. X by r. Now here what you are going to get, observe there this one is further. Similarly, if you consider y-axis, cos beta is equal to y by r, and consider the z-axis, cos gamma is equal to z by r. Now, what you can write, observe there here, cos square alpha, that is cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma. What is the cos square alpha? You are going to get x square by r square plus y square by r square plus z square by r square. Now, if you take LCM, what you are going to get? X square plus y square plus z square by r square. Now, x square plus y square plus z square, nothing but what you know, modules r is equal to under root of x square plus y square plus r square. That means you are going to get this r square by r square, both are gets cancelled. Finally, what you got here, observe there clearly, cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma is equal to 1, you should remember. Further, cos is denoted by alpha is denoted by L square plus m square plus n square is equal to 1. We are going to use throughout vectors as well as 3D geometry, and remember that these are the directional cosines, and the numbers which are proportional to the directional cosines are called as direction ratios. Direction ratios. What is the direction ratio? Means the number which are proportional to the directional cosines are called as direction ratios. Usually these are denoted by small letters a comma b comma c.